Howdy y'all, welcome back to my RV-14A build here in Austin, Texas. Know I've been out of the picture for a while. Well, as I think it was in my last video I announced I gotten laid off. Well, layoff's over, got a job. Gonna start building robots. So I thought I'd bring you up on the few things I did while I was on during that period. Obviously when building a plane, if you look at it, you go, whoop, there goes 20 bucks. Yeah, probably 20 bucks just went out just looking at it. So a couple of things I've done: wired the wings. Still have a couple more wires to pull for the works landing lights I have out in the wingtips. The other thing I've done is, and I'll try to put a link in the description to this, is I installed Sky Design's bearing Bellcrank system. Rather than using the bushings that comes with the Vans kit that you can see here, very snug, very tight, very smooth. You can see I've got all the wiring in. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I won't be installing a stall warning. That's what this access hole's for on the left wing. I'm also starting to look at where I'm going to install my pitot tube. I'm sort of thinking either here or probably in one more rib. That's based on that there is a bolt hole for the tie down strap. If you mount it here, that could work. Mount it out here, now the strap could go out and possibly hit your pitot tube. That'd be bad. This might work, but it still seems a little bit close. And here I've got all the Bellcrank stuff, so this might work as well. Going out here, once again, I'm still worried about hitting that strap tie down. So yeah, probably here is where I'm looking at. I'm still trying to make that decision. That's why I have the pitot mast, and I'm going to start taking a look at that. The other thing I did was install in the wings down here. You can kind of see it, and I'll have that video of pro sealing in the level sense. Need to talk to Vans about how to measure for that. One of the other things you might want to check on your kit is there's some grommets that are on my quick build. So they got the grommet. Let's see if we can get in here. You can see for the stall warning that I'm not installing. But for the level sense, check your quick builds. There's supposed to be a grommet kind of down underneath there. I don't know how well those show up. That the wire for the level sense goes into. There's no grommet. Vans is kindly sending me a new grommet for both wings. The other thing I discovered while installing the Bellcrank was that on the right side Bellcrank, probably won't show up in the video, but there's a small crack right there. So Vans is going to be sending me a new arm along with those grommets to resolve that issue. So I started doing the prep work for the Sky Designs, and then pulled off the sticker, and lo and behold, there was a crack. So we need to get that fixed because the servo and stuff mounts to this bracket. Little bonus footage here. So this is me installing the level sense for the fuel tank. All I do is tape around it so it looks really nice. I used a plastic knife kind of as a spackle, and just bolted it in there. Let the Pro Seal set up. Not real exciting. I will talk about here a little bit on how I was determined that the level sense was the proper size and proper height, proper position. Because that's a little bit tricky because the instructions tell you how to do it with a unsealed tank. So this is how I installed this level sense. Determine the proper position within the fuel tank. When the level sensor comes to you with your quick build kit, kit. It's a straight rod. So, you know, you can see you're supposed to have a 1/16 of an inch from the bottom of the tank and 1/16 inch from the top of the tank. And, you know, since the tank is closed up on quick builds, you can't see these distances. So how did I do it? Well, what I did was go later in the plans. It tells you exactly how to bend the aforementioned rod, given the dimensions, check in your plans. It's near the back of the fuel tank section. So I bent the rod and then inserted it into the tank. Once it was in the tank, I tied a knot with a string to the bend and then took it out through the fuel line hose. Actually dropped it through the fuel line and tied it to the vent. Then once it was all tied up, I was able to pull the string, which made the level sense go from top to bottom. And I bent it until I didn't hear any, you know, interference with the top or the bottom, and called it good. It's about all you can do. I call it Vans are like, yeah, you can't see that. So I hope this helps. Thanks everybody. Take care. Bye.